John Singleton had a deal at Epic Records. He had just put out Poetic Justice. He had an artist named Mista Grimm. Mista Grimm had a hit single called Indo Smoke. Not Outdoor Smoke, but Indo Smoke. And they hired me as this A&R person to come in and pick up the slack where things were left off and, you know, make an album on Grimm. So I was there for a few years putting together an album. It took too long to get the album done, but a lot of that time was really schooling Grimm on what the business is about because he had no clue. Show up hours late for a meeting, drunk, 27 homies. Just didn't get it. Hasn't recorded anything since. See what I'm saying? They fire me, he goes into the office one day and him and his boys beat up John Singleton. People think on the streets I have something to do with it. I don't have nothing to do with it, partner. I sit out for about another 8 or 9 months. About 5 o'clock in the morning, my cousin comes and says, Daryl, telephone. I said, who is it? It's Dre. I said, Dre? Hello? What up, D? What up? Congratulations. He said, yeah, thanks. It's about time, huh? I said, yep. He said, I made so much money for so many other people. Now I'm gonna get ready to make my own. I said, I heard that. I want to come in and do some A&R. He said, come to the studio. Let's sit down and talk. Came into the studio that day, sat down and talked, showed him some documents on how some things should be. Whoop-de-whoop. He said, all right, screw it. It's done. You can have the job. I said, well, how much am I gonna make? He said, how much do you want? I told him how much I wanted. He looked at my history, my track record, my credentials. He says, okay, cool, you got it. I said, can I have a contract? He said, absolutely. We started working. I didn't have any money. I was like, dude, I don't have money, I don't have a car. I said, yeah, I know, we was thinking about that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you 2 months in advance on your salary. And you, whatever that money is and whatever you do with it is what you do with it, but that's all I'm giving you. Like, all right, cool. So I get a nice chunk of money. I'll go buy an old salvage car, you know, and people at the label start looking at me different. Like, who is this new dude, you know? These dudes have been with him through all the drama with Death Row and everything, and now this new dude comes on the scene and he pulls up in a BMW. A salvaged BMW. But they don't know that, they just see BMW. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them, I'm like, dude, your Toyota is more valuable than this Beamer. You know, it's just what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Tension. Shit got rough. One day they let me go after about 4 or 5 months. Dre was like, you know, D, I just got to keep the peace, man. I'm gonna cut your salary. I was like, yeah, man. And people were tripping, but I said, Dre, I never talked to them and told them how much I make. He says, I know you didn't. I fucked up and I told them. So I'm making 2 or 3 times amount, 2 or 3 times more than, you know, other people that have been with him for a long time, and that didn't set well. You got to go, D. So, you know, I shook from there. We always kept LA Posse together and would try to do different things, you know. It just wasn't the same without budgets and things like that. I never really got into the independent game, never really liked it, you know what I'm saying? I had been to the mountaintop before, you know what I'm saying? And I understood what, you know, a budget was, and I understood what working from a level of comfort is instead of, you know, it will literally kill some people, man. Married man, very happily married. We got 2 beautiful children. As you see, we're here at a park now. My kids are running around here somewhere. And it's pretty much what I do. I have a son that has autism, so I deal with that. That in itself is a challenge and a job. And I'll be real, man, I never knew that raising kids was as tough as it is. It's as tough as it is. It's a job, man. I commend women that's been doing it for years, a stay-at-home mom to do this, that, and another. I've been a stay-at-home dad for a few years, but it's worn its course on me. I'm ready to go out and get back into the entertainment world and make real money. I've tried to have jobs and get fired from every one of them. I'll be taking 4-hour lunch breaks and shit. I come back to work and the boss was like, where you been? I'm like, dude, I had to go take some meetings. Like, you can't do that. I said, dude, it's 24 hours in a day. I'll give you 8 hours, chill out. You know, you can't talk to the boss like that. I'm like, kick rocks, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boss. I just don't buy into that. Here's a 15-minute break, a 30-minute lunch, so that I can make another white person rich. I'm not with it. You heard what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't a racist, but it's just what it is. You know, you get comfortable in knowing that you go to work every day and you bust your ass and you're gonna get this paycheck every 2 weeks, but you're struggling to pay your bills while somebody is living in Rancho Palos Verdes chilling. I wanna be chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to, I know how to be a good servant. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying that I won't work. But $10 an hour, somebody my age, $10 an hour will let me rent a box on Skid Row. And that's something else that we're involved with now. It's called the Occupy Skid Row thing. And this is how this gentleman, I believe that's how you came across seeing us, right?
Yeah. Getting back in touch, yeah.
Yeah, getting back in touch. People called us and was like, yo, we got this thing going on in Skid Row. We're gonna do a free music festival and Chuck D and Cypress Hill are performing. And we want you guys to perform. Let me think about it. Let me see what's on my schedule. Really? You serious? Yes, we'll do it. I called Muff. Muff, they want us to perform and it's Chuck D and Whoopty Whoop. Okay, well, what are we gonna perform? We don't perform. So guess what we're gonna do? We produced a lot of records and we're gonna cover a lot of their songs, even with the ones that we did. So we put together a real cool thing, man. It's when LA Posse performs, you'll see Breeze, you'll see the Lady of Rage, King T is coming into that mix. You know what I'm saying? We hope maybe one day LL will come out and do a song. You know what I'm saying? Just giving back to the people, trying to make it happen, man. It's the reinvention of LA Posse. The company's been dormant for a few years. We want to bring it back to life. You know, we're going to add international to the end of it because we are international now. You know, get the business right so our children can pick up, you know, and get things going. I'm more geared toward film and television now. It's the direction I want to go in. So I want to talk to my people about developing, a couple of cool reality shows and this and that, and, really get some money in the bank, get a 3 or 4 mil in the bank, buy a home, get wifey to chill out, you know what I'm saying? Kids are good, college money is put away, and continue to keep growing and keep building, man. Helping those that respect help, and keeping, hungrier people around me and smarter people around me.